Do you ever feel like there's a disconnect between who you feel like you are and who you are in the world? Who you feel like you want to be deep down is completely different to the person that you are when you're in the world, and it's completely different to even the life that you seem to be magnetizing all around you. It kind of feels like there's a split in your energy. There's who you feel like you are innately and who you are in the world. And no matter how much success and how many amazing relationships and how much amazingness your life accumulates around you, you still feel this deep urge to be this authentic version, this urge to come back to yourself and connect with yourself and be your authentic self. Today, I'm going to talk to you about something that you innately already know, but I'm going to draw it out on the whiteboard because, as I love to do on this channel, drawing things out and seeing them clearly helps the mind chew on it and digest it and realize something that you already know, but seeing it clearly and in a way that a 4-year-old child could understand helps your brain to just kind of start to put the pieces together and really wires it into your brain. Let's say that this is you. You were born as this lovely little creative being, okay? And before you were born, you were really excited to come in and be this being and live this being that you came in to be. You were really excited to come in and live their lifeline. And their lifeline is this. This is their lifeline. These are all of the parts of their life that are already figured out, already going to unfold the way that they're going to unfold, the natural evolution of who you are as a person. Don't look at this as if it is physical matter. Look at this as if it is an energy. This is the energetic unfolding, the most successful, satisfying, in love, excited, the most amazing, energetic lifeline that the person that you are came in to experience. But then as a child, you know, your parents started to tell you all the expectations that they have in you. Then you met friends and they started to tell you what was cool and what was not cool. And then, you got picked on for this. So this made you stop being a certain way. And you start developing all of these beliefs that kind of take you on all of these different pathways. And sometimes you do come back to yourself. Something might happen that makes you connect back in with yourself. That hard breakup made you connect back in with yourself. You got fired, made you connect back in with yourself. What do I really want? All of these moments that kind of bring you home to yourself. And within all of this, of course there's success, of course there's love, of course there's all of these amazing experiences that you manufacture from what you learn about life. You might go on your phone and see somebody had success in this certain way, so you start to build success in this certain way, and you're all up here building this success. But really, this is who you really are. This innate truth that is built into you is who you truly are. Your connection to yourself is who you truly are. And that is who you came here to be. So even though you're building all of this success up here, even though you're having all of these amazing experiences, and they are really joyful, they do fill your life with joy. They are amazing on paper. Like logically, they're amazing. But deep down within yourself, this is pulling you towards it. Your natural way of being, who you came here to be, is always going to be pulling you towards it. And unless you are being that version of you, you will always feel that inner tug. You will always feel like what you're doing isn't quite enough, and you won't understand why. Oh, it doesn't make sense. I'm earning more money than I ever thought possible. I'm earning 6, 7 figures. I've got everything. I've got the relationship. I've got the woman. I've got the man. I've got the house. I've got but unless you're fulfilling what you came here to be, you're living somebody else's dream. You're living somebody else's life experience. And you're never going to experience that satisfaction, that excitement, that just, it doesn't make sense why this is so successful. Like you see people who are worm farmers and they create massive success because worm farming is completely aligned with who they are. And they're so happy, they're so aligned with themselves, they're so in tune with themselves. They create so much success. They have so much inner alignment, so much connection to themselves that they have created unbelievable success. And then you have people who are, I used to work in the movie industry and I used to work with incredibly successful people all of the time. And you could tell the people who'd become these amazing, like amazing to us, the public, really successful to us, the public, but you could tell the people who had followed that dream because they hoped that once they got there, they would finally be the version of them. They would finally be confident. They would finally be, you know, all of the things that they've convinced themselves that they will be if they keep chasing fame and success. And some super famous people, super rich, super, everyone loves them people. I would meet them behind the scenes. I would meet them on set, when they're not on camera, and they just have no confidence. It's almost like the person who they're trying to escape from comes with them and is, if anything, amplified because now they have all of this success and people expect more from them, but they're not connected to themselves. They're not doing what they came here to do. They're chasing somebody else's dream. They're running away from their insecurities as opposed to connecting into themselves and into who they came in to be and allowing being their most authentic connected self to be their pathway of success. They're forcing themselves to do stuff, to be somebody, to attain this, to achieve this. If you're forcing yourself to be, achieve, create, if you're forcing yourself, if you're forcing anything, you're not being your natural self. When you this is the journey that I'm on recently, that I've been talking about a little bit on this channel. I'm going to talk some more about it. Is that literally I've been experimenting with this for the past few years now, and I can say for absolute sure, when you actually let go with your energy, when you stop forcing something and you just say, I surrender this, but not fake surrender it, not I surrender this so I get the results. When you actually say, I give up, it's always when I give up that the thing comes straight in a way that I couldn't even design it, in a way that's more authentic to me than I could have ever, ever designed it with my physical mind. The moment I actually say, oh, I give up, I genuinely give up. And I actually give up with my energy, not just my mouth and voice. That is when things come in that are beyond things that I couldn't even have forced because they're so perfect. The detail, the level of perfection in the details is always perfect. I'm like, I've had an experience recently with buying a house. I was forcing myself to like houses, and because I was so overthinking, I was so trying to control the situation. And the moment I actually gave up, I was like, I give up. The moment I genuinely gave up, within a week, a house had come on the market and I had put an offer in, had it accepted. I was their first viewing, their first offer accepted. Exactly a week later, after I completely gave up, everything was just what I'd been praying for about 9 months, 10 months, just because I gave up. I allowed myself, instead of being like all up here, like, oh, but I feel like I want this. I feel, oh, it's not going to happen. But adding all this resistance, trying to control it with my mind. The moment I just gave up, I came back to my core frequency and just allowed perfection to just be delivered. And this is why meditation is so powerful because when you meditate, even if you're in the thick of all of this, you've built the relationship that you think you should have, and now you've got all of this pressure of who you think you should be within this relationship and da 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 da. The moment you get into meditation, you allow yourself to just move back into your most authentic self. And when you are in meditation and you're practicing just being, the more energy you invest into just being nothing, which is everything, which is who you're supposed to be, the more that you allow that frequency, your authentic frequency, to influence your reality. And your reality will just slowly, kind of like you're diluting it. Like when you sit in meditation, you're selecting, imagine you've got two pots of liquid. This is who you think you should be. You're pouring it all over your reality. And then when you get into meditation, you literally let go. You stop controlling your meditations. You allow who you truly are, your authentic self, to dilute all of this stuff, all of the other liquid. And the more you spend time just being, because you didn't come here as a person who, if you don't do everything, you're no one. You came here as somebody. Your baseline is perfection. Your baseline is your perfect self, who you're supposed to be. It's not like if you don't put in all of this effort, you're gonna slowly turn into a ghost and evaporate into nothing. People won't be able to see you. They'll be like, they vanished. They weren't putting in all this effort, so they literally turned into air and now we can't see them. No, you came in, even if you're just sitting there, you're being who you came here to be. You don't have to put in all of this effort to be something. You're already someone. That's the thing. And we've, especially online, we have all of these teachers that teach us how to force and how to try and how to put in maximum effort. But you don't have to do that. When you get to a place where you can understand that you're born as a perfect being, you're born as the most perfect expression of yourself you will ever be. And the more you can train yourself to just be that perfect expression of yourself that you already are, you'll save yourself all of this time. You'll save yourself all of this, even though it's all valuable, because, every road you take away from yourself, you collect data and it's all valuable. So you're never, ever going wrong. But you don't have to go on all of these wild goose chases. You don't have to take all of these wibbly wobbly trial and error, getting it wrong to work out what's right. You don't really have to do that when you teach yourself that you're already a perfect person. That is where all of your success is. That is where all of your abundance is. That is where all of the people you're supposed to meet are. That is where all of the opportunities that are exactly perfect for you are. I used to sit in meditation and I used to use my meditation to create. I used to get my meditation, I used to be like, right, I want to create this, I want to create this, I want to create this, I want to create this. And I used to control my meditations just like I control my life. And then one day I just thought, like, I'm so done. I'm so done with this. I just want peace. And I came down to who I actually am. And success didn't stop. It just looked perfect. And it was life became too easy. And that was what I actually had to, that was the difficult part for me, was to accept that life was actually that easy, could actually be that easy. Like there was a period of time when I started letting go and allowing myself to just be and just trust everything is sorted and it's not my job to control everything. I went on this journey where I had to get myself to unbrace because I kept bracing for bad things to happen. And I had to be like, Laura, why are you, because I'm sitting in peace, because I'm just allowing, because I'm not controlling, I was bracing for something to come and something to go wrong. And I had to teach myself that Just because I'm choosing peace, just because I'm letting go, doesn't mean I have to brace for things to go wrong. Peace is peace. Chaos is chaos. Effort is effort. Because you choose peace, it doesn't mean that the world is going to cave in on you. If you choose peace, that is peace. That is you choosing peace. That is the vibration of peace. If you choose happiness, that is the vibration of happiness, you know? If you choose to be your most authentic self, you know, yes, when you were younger, your parents might have said, we expect this from you, consciously or unconsciously, whether they verbally said it or just said it in the tone of their voice and their energy, or you got it from observing them. If you are your most authentic self, it doesn't mean you're going to lose love. It doesn't mean everyone is going to turn on you. It doesn't mean all of these bad things are going to happen. And all of those things, like, even though I'm saying this in a really um in a kind of condescending tone, that's only because I've been on this journey, and I don't want to devalidate those beliefs because they are so real. When you have beliefs that tell you that if you're your most authentic self, you're going to lose love, or you're going to be exiled, you're going to be rejected, they feel so real in the body. They control whether you allow yourself to be your most authentic self because they feel so real in the body. The body genuinely believes if you step into your most authentic path, if you are the version of you that deep down you so crave to be, you so wish you could be, but you're scared to be them because you genuinely believe that you're gonna lose love and get exiled for it. The body genuinely thinks that's what's going to happen, and that's why you can't do it, and that's so real in the body. But what you have to do is, when you're in this space of being something that you might look amazing to everyone else, but you truly want to be here on your most authentic path, you may have to go on the journey of finding those beliefs and facing them and soothing yourself and teaching yourself that it's okay, teaching yourself that you can trust yourself. You can trust yourself to know what's best for you. You don't have to rely on other people to tell you what's right and wrong. You have to, you may have to really build up that level of trust with yourself, because if your whole life you've been wiring yourself to trust others over yourself, then that is going to be a journey for you to get to a place where you genuinely, your connection with yourself, you trust it, and you've rewritten those limiting beliefs that told you otherwise, and you may call them mistakes to teach yourself how to soothe yourself, and that it's okay to not be perfect. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to fall out with people every now and then because you are connected to yourself. And I truly believe that that is going to be the new success. With success being so available, we've got AI, everyone's successful. Like, if you're not successful right now, you're definitely successful in not being successful. So everyone's successful. I truly believe that the new success is going to be the people who are the most connected to themselves and are the most back here it at their childlike authenticity, being exactly themselves, who are able to put their connection to themselves first, who, in a room filled with people who may have a completely opposing opinion, who are still able to connect and feel when they're truly connected to themselves and choose that over that, and really practice that connection, not just to themselves, but the connection to a greater mind, and to be able to feel in their body what's truly right and truly wrong. And I think that that is going to be the new level of success, is who is living their most authentic path, who is being who they came in to be, not who they think others think they should be, and who is able to regulate whilst on that journey, because that's huge. Because you won't stay here for too long unless you can self-regulate and self-soothe, because you'll be going up here to look for somebody else to regulate and self-soothe you. You need to be able to be here and be self-sufficient in self-soothing, and then you can expand this. I hope this has been helpful in any way. This is just my interpretation on my own journey. So if you have any comments, if you see things completely differently, or if you do see this in your own life, please let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Yeah, if you have any comments or questions, let me know. Lots and lots and lots of love.